Welcome back, everybody, to another outstanding episode of the Square Table Degenerates podcast. Without a couple of degenerates, without a couple of degenerates, and without a table, because we're still under construction. One last week in the garage. I promise you, this is gonna be the last week for construction in the garage, because I mean, it is what it is. It's the guy my guy Brian isn't doing just one place; he's doing a bunch of places. But joining us today is Mr. Local comedian legend Anthony Mayo. How are you, buddy?
Future legend.
Well, you got to start. I mean, if you're a legend, the legendary shit starts right from the rip. Keith, what's up, buddy? How you feeling today, my friend? Rocking it. We are today going to go into the never-ending debate topic of who is better, Lil Wayne or Sir Elton John. Now,
that's them up there in the corner. I thought that was our audience. I was like, who are them two people up there?
No, that's me using the cool logo features of StreamYard. Show is brought to you by StreamYard. Not really. I paid for StreamYard, but that's Elton John and Lil Wayne up in the corner there. That's a little GIF I made earlier. It's the cover of the show.
I thought that was two people watching.
It does look like it, like the WWE when you're watching it and the fucking audience is in the background.
I was like, who that black dude? I was like, is that Dennis?
Dennis chilling in the corner, some dreads and shit.
See, I can't see the whole pictures. I can just see like just two people. Like,
oh yeah, that's really small.
I gotta get glasses.
I mean, the rest, for those of you who don't normally watch the show, most of you who watch the show normally watch the show, but the normal guests or normal hosts on the show, Mr. Don Shear, he started a new job. I'm not gonna tell you where he works, but it rhymes with Glamazon. He had a rough tired day. I'm sure right now his lovely girlfriend Jen Housen's giving him a foot rub. Wish the best to him and his sore feet. Mr. Pat Bolger, we obviously will never touch where Pat works, even though everybody knows. But he has to work at like 9 tomorrow, so he wants to get his beauty sleep. That's fine. I don't want to say any more about Pat because he's gonna get sensitive. It happens, man. He's a real sensitive guy, man.
You're gonna be hearing this for the next 2 weeks if you start.
No, he's gonna come back and just send me a registered letter that says, "Bro, I officially quit the podcast." I mean, I could have known you did quit a while back because fucking you didn't show up for the past 18 weeks. All right, Keith wrote, I stopped listening to Elton John after Goodbye Yellow Brick Road. I've never heard anything done by Lil Wayne. A lot of people under 60 really haven't heard of Lil Wayne. Well, Keith is a little older than me. He's like 60. 65, I think he was saying. So that doesn't shock me you would have heard of Lil Wayne. But speaking of
Lil Wayne, though,
he knows of him, but he's probably never heard his songs. I mean, I'm not gonna lie to you. When I was going through this list and doing the prep for the show, I went through Lil Wayne's discography, his popular songs, and I didn't really know as many as I thought I did because I mean he's very popular, but his songs. I mean, I had to go back to some of his juvenile or his Hot Boys crap, and that's going way back. But
I'm a Lil Wayne fanatic, dude. I mean, since high school, dude. Like I fucking just, I'm like the Lil Wayne fan. I'm the type of fan that's like the rest of the people to the point where no matter what music he makes, I really fucks with it. I mean, there's times where I'm like, nah, I ain't feeling that. Like when he tried to do like the little rock star shit, it's like, nah, I ain't feeling that. But I was still fucking with him because it's Lil Wayne. Like he was Ron Swift. And back in the day, like in high school, he was the coldest. Like he had all the bars. Now he just don't give a fuck.
When we get, that's cool that you're a Lil Wayne expert because I know a lot more about little Elton John than I know about Lil Wayne. And then some of the Lil Wayne, I do like his rock phase a little bit. We'll get into a little bit of that later when we get into the Lil Wayne interesting facts. But speaking of people who are flaky, Mr. Elton John was born March 25th, 1947. Okay. His birth given name is Reginald Kenneth Dwight. And he is now known as Sir Elton Hercules John. That's his official name.
I did not know that. His first name is Reginald?
His first original name was Reginald Kenneth Dwight.
Like comedian Reggie?
Shouts out to comedian Reggie. If you're watching, please send me a shirt. I will fucking wear it.
Me too. 2X.
We got to go on there. Actually, remind me if we have a commercial break, we'll stream comedian Reggie's Facebook page and see if he got some merch. I swear to God, we could buy a shirt right now. That would be fucking awesome. But
I'm like, bro, you don't know how popular you are in our group chat, bro.
Right. Your ears must be ringing like a motherfucker, comedian Reggie, because you're talking about you nonstop. Because it's like me putting YouTuber Joe in front of my name. It's just.
I'm like, bro, we put you in so many different situations. It's not even funny.
Right, like you're the basic white girl comedian of our group chat.
Yeah.
But a little background on Sir Elton Hercules John. His career started at a nearby pub, so he could play his own instruments. He played as a pianist. He was a pianist in a band. He was like 15 years old, and he started out.
It's funny how you say pianist.
Oh, pianist. Did I say it wrong? I said it sounds like penis almost. But pianist.
Yeah, that's what it sounds like you're saying. Like
pianist.
Pianist.
This is the pianist.
He played the piano.
He was raised in the Pinner area of Greater London. I have no idea what that means. I know what it means. It's a neighborhood, but I don't know what the neighborhood's like. I mean, I'm sure it's blimey awesome. And he learned to play the piano at an early age, obviously. By 1962, he formed a band called the Bluesology, an R&B band. Now, obviously, being in London, he answered an advertisement in 1967 to a British magazine called New Musical Express and began going by Elton John in a homage to two members of his band. And he legally changed his name to Elton Hercules John on January 7th, 1972. Now, I know the history is a little boring, but some people don't know about Elton John. He hasn't been around for me. He's been around for a long time. He's actually older than my dad, RIP, my dad who passed last year, but he's 73, it looks like. He'll be 74 on March 25th.
I wonder how many people knew him as Reginald.
Not many. In the one episode of The Simpsons, it's funny because people get started in The Simpsons, they always do and stuff. The one part Homer's like, Elton John, and he's like, that's my name. He's like, not really. Brian Murphy writes, he was great on the organ. Boom, boom, Brian Murphy bringing in the gay jokes from the 20 years ago. We can't say no more, but I like it. I'll still roll with it. We allow anything we can that the Essentials will let us say, and people don't kick us off. I would like
to see the comments. How do you see the comments? Go to chat.
I think you just look on the side. I don't on the phone. I don't know if you can or not because you might have to click the one button. I'm not. It's so hard to see on the phone. Jim Moravchik says he's a good pianist.
Oh, there we go.
All right, a little bit of Elton's personal life. I spent a little bit of time going through his wiki so I could deduce the years he was declared as straight, and then he was declared as bisexual, and then full on. Now, from 1947, obviously, from when he was born until 1970, he was straight. He acted as a straight man. Blake TV, welcome, buddy. Cheers to Blake TV. If you like his channel, check him out. It's a good channel over there, man. He's a fun dude. He looks like he's older than he is, though. He's like 35. He looks like he's like 50 or something because he has this bandana and he has this Allman Brothers beard going on. It's a cool dude, though. But Mr. Mayo dropped. If Mr. Mayo joins us back, I'll bring him back. But so from 1970, he was straight and he was engaged to this girl named Linda Woodrow. Now I read up on her a little bit. She actually, Mayo's back. Hold on. Mayo's back.
My bad. I accidentally went back too far and it took me out the thing.
Oh, you went out.
I was reading the chats and you got an X out of it, but I accidentally hit back and it took me out the whole thing. I'm like, oh, that's bullshit.
Okay.
I'm trying to say what's up to Blake and see what's up with Blake TV.
Yeah, but you gotta check out Blake TV does hangouts like we do sometimes, and he's legit, man. He's funny as fuck, dude. He's fucking crazy. He always jokes about he's like a cooking show too. He always jokes about crack. It's ridiculous. He always like, you shouldn't smoke weed, but I do crack. But Elton John's first the wife, they never got married, I don't think. It said, what was her name's Linda Woodrow. She's mentioned in the song Someone Saved My Life Tonight. It says John ended the relationship 2 weeks before their wedding, being advised by Taupin, I don't know who Taupin is. All right, then from 19, I know some of the background's a little boring. I'm sorry, people. It is what it is. So from 1970 to 1992, he was declared bisexual. He lost his gay virginity in 1970 to somebody named Renate Bilawal.
What?
I don't know who that is, but that's what the Wikipedia article says. Now this is a couple things on this. It's pretty crazy that, your article has who you lost your specific gay virginity to, but it is what it is. I mean, in the 70s, being gay and bisexual wasn't as accepted as it is today, obviously. Now, in 1984, Elton John got married. It says one last attempt to be straight. And it said they divorced in 88. And the first time he was declared bisexual, well, Bernie Taupin was his songwriter, according to Keith. Okay, that makes sense. Now, in 1972, like in 1976, is declared his first bisexualism. And then in 1992, he told Rolling Stone he was gay. Mayo, are you still there? Or you're just freeze. He's doing the freeze. That's what you get, man. If you guys are out there, do not get Boost Mobile like Mr. Mayo has. It freezes. I mean, what are you gonna do? So in 1992, Elton John told Rolling Stone he was gay, and he began a relationship with this guy named David Furnish, who he's still with today. 2005, when they allowed civil unions in the UK, he got civil union. Oh, Mayo's back. All right. And Boost Mobile, where you at? Not in the screen because you got Boost Mobile.
I got Spectrum. Nigga, my fucking Wi-Fi went out. Now I'm using my fucking Metro fucking.
Oh, okay. Eastwind Farm.
I can't catch a fucking break. I was trying to figure out where you was reading this info from because I'm like, how they telling you who he lost his gay virginity to? Like, what the fuck?
Oh yeah, this is all on Wiki. This is all on Wiki, man. It's all in this Wikipedia article.
And who pronounced him bi? Like, did he have to do a ceremony or something?
He did, according to the first evidence, 1976 in a Rolling Stone interview, he said he was bisexual, and then in a 1992 interview, he said he was gay, full on gay. And this guy David Furnish, they said civil union in 2005, and then they gay married in 2014 when it was finally legal, and they've been together that whole time. It seems to be a pretty stable union. I mean, the prior relationships, because back in the 70s and 80s, man, when you were gay, everybody tried to talk you out of being gay because they didn't really know what it meant. It wasn't as accepted as it was nowadays. A lot of people thought it was a disorder. You know what I mean? It was a mental disorder.
Yeah.
We got some people joining us here. Eastwind Farms. It says, I hear cats. That's true. My orange cat, Peaches, he just got fed, man. He the second he's like the tiniest bit hungry, man, he'll fucking crazy for some food.
They hear a cat.
Fucking meow fest and shit. Damn, man, it's so much. The cats just all they do is eat food, bro. It's ridiculous.
I fuck the cats.
Now, Elton John is worth 320 million pounds. Now, I'm not sure exactly what the exchange rate is, but we could find out that. Oh, Julie's in the house. Julie's very, very good live streamer too. She wears different shades of lipstick on live streams. Welcome, Jules. Okay, Google.
Is that the one who got mad because I was rolling the blunts?
Worth in dollars. What's that?
Is that the one who got mad because I was rolling the blunts?
No, that's a different one. That's the Julie. We have the Julia. That's the show official blood roller. She is. I spoke with her earlier. She's not. She'll be back when we go back in studio. But the 350 million pounds is $478 million. So Elton John's worth about $500 million, man. That's a lot of money. That is a lot of money. Dude, $500 million, man. You know how much I could do with $500 million? Dude, I would buy people. I would just straight buy people. I would go to fucking Nambia or Romania or some shit. Be like, hey, here's $1,500. You sell me a person. They'd be like, all right, it is your person. Do you want chain? I'd be like, no, I don't want a fucking chain. I just want a person, man. You know what the hell? I'm just trying to buy people with my $500 million. Now, an interest. Now, hold on. Where I had some interesting facts about this guy. Hold on. Because I was going to go through his discography here in a second, but there was a couple things. Oh, the moments, the major moments in Elton John's life that we can judge him on, according to my things. In 1975, he had a serious cocaine overdose. Now, I think that was because, I mean, obviously in the 70s, some of you older cats who are around, Keith maybe, tell us about the 70s and cocaine use, but I think everybody back then just did cocaine, and he, especially if you were gay and partying back then, Club 74.
What that got to do with anything?
What was that club called in New York? The Club 54, Studio 54. That was it, dude. Everybody did cocaine at Studio 54. Man, that was like their thing, bro. So
ain't that where Rick James and Charlie Murphy was got into it?
I think so. I've heard so many cool stories about Studio 54, man. We got to get somebody who was on that bitch on this show, man. They can tell us about the fucking cocaine disco orgies and shit. But I mean, so I'm not going to judge somebody on a cocaine overdose in 1975, especially he was probably struggling. I mean, obviously up until the 80s, he was still struggling with his sexuality, trying to force himself to be straight. So I'm not going to judge him on that. Now, in 1997, when Princess Diana passed away with the car accident, when those paparazzis were chasing her and Dodi Fayed, her lover, at the time, and then she died. He came out with the song "Goodbye England's Rose," which is a remake of "Candle in the Wind." But that was a very big moment for Elton. I think that was his pivotal career moment. You probably remember that. You were what? How old were you in '97, man? 12?
7.
7. Damn, you're young. Jesus.
I was born in 90.
Man, I entered high school in 1990. I'm old. There's somebody out there like, man, I started high school in 1962. Like, damn,
my little brother was born in 97.
Oh, nice. That's when Kayla was born, 97, the oldest. Shouts out to Kayla, who never watches the show, but that little grandbaby is pretty cute, man. He's a good baby. Now, in 2002, a lot of people might remember another pivotal moment in Elton John's career. Eminem came out. He was getting a lot of heat from the gay community for his lyrics. He was saying the F word, not the fuck word, the other word, ends in yeah, it's not a good word to say. You're not gonna say that. That's one of the 3 words we pledged to never say in the show. Well, the M word, I mean, the black guys can say the M word, but we're not gonna say the hard R. We're never gonna do that. We're never gonna say the R word, and we're never gonna say the F word with the double G in it. That's not cool. But him and Eminem,
there's a R word.
Yeah, R-E, and it ends in T-A-R-D. Yeah, we call it the R word.
Oh, yeah.
Can't be saying that no more, man, because it's just not a cool word. I mean, can you say it? Sure. I mean, it's not going to kill anyone, but it's just not. I don't know.
There's so many other words you could use though. Like
exactly, that's the thing. You can say moron or idiot or dumbass or whatever.
Out of all them words, there's so many other alternative words. There's no use to use the most offensive one. Like,
hey, don't come in straight with the freaking word disparaging half the people who had no choice about how they were born. I mean, Jesus, that's not cool. But yeah, during that whole thing, it was a real big. He was getting a lot of flack from the gay community. Eminem was, and I think it was the Oscars or something. He came out and sang a song with them, and they embraced, and it was a real big moment, man. It was real cool for Elton John and Eminem too. I mean, it really. Everybody thought Eminem was a crazed bigot. He was just singing song lyrics. I mean, there's probably some hate there, but I mean, song lyrics are song lyrics. It is what it is. Now,
Eminem was popping though. Everybody liked the Eminem though. Like,
man, late 90s to early 2000s, Eminem was, I mean, even today kind of still, but man, back in the day, Eminem was, you turn on the radio, that's all you heard. I'm back. They call me Slim Shady all the fucking time. Every fucking
and he featured in a lot of songs, and when he was with D12 and them, and
Purple
he
Hill.
was everywhere, man. He was everywhere.
Fuck. I like his background, dude. This explosion's really cool, man. Like, this is like your mixtape in the background blowing up.
He was with Mariah Carey and shit.
That's right. I forgot about Mariah Carey. Everybody went out with Mariah Carey, man. She was
He even dogged her in the one song. He's like, "Would you, Mariah, fly through twice?" And that Superman song. That's like one of my favorite songs.
Superman is the ultimate guys get pumped up song where you're dogging somebody. You know what I mean? Like
people used to sing that song to their girls.
It's fucking awesome, man. Now I went through Sir Elton Hercules John's discography, and I wrote down the songs that I recognized right off the rip. I mean, some of the songs you recognize, but they're not really popular. Some I didn't really include those. But the songs I recognized right off the rip, they were clearly obvious, and I wrote down what the peak was on the U.S. chart and then what they sold in terms of like platinum, gold, or whatever. Now, the first song I remember, or I don't remember when it came out because I wasn't born yet, but there's a song called Your Song. And have you ever heard that?
Oh, no.
Your Song. Wait, I got to think of lyrics now. Now, we cannot play music on the show, which sucks, but we can sing. And I have a beautiful voice, so hold on. Your Song, Elton John.
You can't play it in the background?
Oh, dude, they'll fucking copyright strike you like the it's going out of style. But
all you gotta do is put "I do not own the rights to this music."
Yeah, it does. They don't care. Lawyers don't care if you're saying it. Keith said it came out November 17th, 1970. But the lyrics, I'm trying to think of the chorus here. Let's see. You could tell everybody this is your song. Might be quite simple, but that's how it's done. That's how that's it. I hope you don't mind. That's how that song goes. Okay, I hope you don't
I don't think I
mind.
heard that.
You've heard that
I'm gonna
before.
have to look that up. I
That's a
might
good,
have heard it, just don't know the name or know
that's
it's
a
him.
jam, man. I hope you don't mind. That song that hit number 8 in the U.S. charts at its peak and 2 times platinum is what it sold. So that's 2 million copies. That's a lot of fucking records, dude.
You should add David Bowie to this conversation, then.
We can do future ones on David Bowie. At the time when I was coming up with topics, I mean, like I told my buddy Jake, I'll keep him anonymous. He's a real private guy, but I told him that the topics that come up on the show, they just pop into my head. If I don't have a guess, it's just whatever comes to my head, and then boom, we talk about it, man. That's how it rolls. Because I don't get no input from the other guys who are supposedly on the show who don't show up and fucking everybody else. Now, funny. 1972, there was a song, everybody knows this song, Tiny Dancer. Now, I didn't know this. It only hit up to 41 in the U.S. charts, which is really, really low. But back then, the songs were different, the way they charted them. Like, now they do it by sales. Back then, it was about airplane shit like that. But everybody knows Hold Me Closer, Tiny Dancer. Count the headlights on the highway. Everybody knows that song, man. Everybody knows that song. Yeah, and then the Friends version. Hold me closer, Tony Danza. that might be. That's up there with if we're talking about my favorite Elton John songs. It might be up there with the most. But I think the next one, 1972 as well, Rocket Man. That might be my favorite by him. I'm a rocket man. I remember that. I know Rocket. And the video is so cool, man. Oh, since we're talking about that, I think the title of his movie, which came out, it was a biographical movie, came out in 2018, was called Rocket Man. Not to be confused with the 1994 Disney flop Rocket Man, where the guy farted into the suit and he had beans. That was so fucking corny. But I'm glad you remembered that. You busted a smile on that one. I know somebody remembered that fucking stupid ass movie. But Rocket Man hit number 6 in the U.S. charts, was at its peak, and was 3 times platinum as well. Also in 1972, he came out with Crocodile Rock. Everybody knows that. It's got a thing called the Crocodile Rock that sold. Let's see here, 1 times platinum. So that went to number 1 on the charts in the U.S. So his first number 1 in the U.S. was Crocodile Rock. That went platinum, so that sold 1 million. 1974, Benny and the Jets. Everybody knows that. Benny and the Jets. Benny.
Dude, that video was pretty cool too. Though. You seen that video? That video was wild, man.
That's a good song. Benny and the Jets is a good drunk song. If you're really drunk, you can just shout it out. We got some we're gonna get to that here in a minute, Julie. And then Keith writes, "Madman Across the Water" was the best album we did. I didn't get into the album discography because I don't really know. You know, when you're little, like the albums you buy, the ones you remember. A lot of Elton John stuff was way before my time, so I didn't really buy it when it was live, so I couldn't tell you the albums it was on. But in 1974, Candle in the Wind came out. Now, there was 2 releases of Candle in the Wind. 1974 was the original one, went to number 5 in the U.S. charts. Now, like we were saying before, 1997, when Lady Diana died, Princess Diana, he came out with a tribute version of it called like Goodbye England's Rose or something like that. And that went 11 times platinum. Sold. It went diamond. His only diamond song was the remake in 97. But the original one went to number 5 on the chart.
Diamond? What? I never even heard of that. Isn't
that crazy? Yeah, diamonds 10 million. 10 million sold. Then
I've never heard of it.
1974, he did "Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds," a remake of the Beatles song. He sang it with John Lennon. That went to gold. Then in 1975, "Someone Saved My Life Tonight." That went to 4 overall. And that went gold as well. And then 1976, some people remember the song, some don't. "Don't Go Breaking My Heart." It's kind of I think it was on a TV show. "Don't Go Breaking My Heart." Nobody knows. It was sang with a girl sang it too with them, I think. It was like a chicken. It was like a duet.
I don't know if I know that one.
That one might be a little obscure. And then after that, the next song I reckon that was 1976. After that, there was a big break. That was when he went to that. I think that's when he declared himself bi and he was struggling with a lot of shit. But the next song that I recalled that I looked up his discography was, I guess why they call it the blues. Everybody, I mean, that's pretty explicit when you say it. I guess that's why they call it the blues.
Wait, he came out by after those songs we just listed.
He came out as By in 1976, and that was right after Don't Go Breaking My Heart. So that was maybe the song.
They should have knew he was different from like his songs. Like, if you watch the Benny and the Jets video, you already know he like, I think he should have been in the Rocky Horror film movie. Like,
well, back then, I mean, like I said, everybody just thought you were flamboyant. They didn't think you were full out gay. Even he didn't know he was gay until '88 when they divorced and they started going out with David Furnish in '92.
That Benny and the Jets video, he knew he was gay. He just ain't know when he was gonna tell people.
Benny.
That video is off the chain. He's dressed. Do you see how he's dressed?
I wish I could fucking show video clips. Hey, YouTube, if you're out there listening, let us show video clips, bro. We want to enhance YouTube by showing YouTube other YouTubers. And if we could show the artists so we can give more exposure on our channels, it can help us out, it can help you out, and it can help the fucking artists out. It's a triple win. And in my book, 3 is better than fucking 1. Fucking assholes.
I don't see why you can't show it on your podcast when it's public anyway. We can go right and look up the video. Like, it ain't like it's like private or nothing.
Right. It's like you could go play the video all the time. It's not like I'm making $1,000 by playing 15 seconds of a fucking video. Like, hello.
I don't know. Other people be playing videos. Shit, they don't give a fuck.
I don't know how they get away with it. I'll have to look into licensing. It's probably just not worth it. I don't know, man. But now, 1990, there was a song. Nobody remembers this one, but I remembered it because I listened to a lot of music in 1990. But Club at the End of the Street.
I remember it.
The song is called Club at the End of the Street. Club at the End of the Street. Ooh, that's where we meet. Doo-da-pup-doo. Nobody remembers that one, but that's kind of obscure. But that hit 28 on the charts. That didn't even go gold. So that was a very obscure song. But I was just writing the ones down I recognized. Now, in 1994, a movie came out called The Lion King. Everybody remembers that. It was about a lion named Simba who watched his dad die. Pumbaa or some shit. I don't fucking know. But the song's called Can You Feel the Love Tonight? Or I think it's Can't You Feel the Love?
He sang that song?
Yeah, he sang that song. It might have been a
remake. Dude.
It might have been a remake. One of you music heads out there, let me know if somebody else sang Can You Feel the Love Tonight before 1984? Because I think you might be right, dude. I think somebody else might have sang that too.
But I mean, he got the original song though, or is it just, or was that him in the movie?
We gotta look this up. Luck TV's in the house. Mufasa was.
Because if that's him, that's crazy, dude. Because I did not know that, dude. That would be crazy if that was him.
We got some.
I fucking love the Lion King.
Saturday Night's All Right for Fighting. Murph says that's a good song. It's a little obscure for me though because I didn't really know. That's not like one of the. I thought he wrote it from the movie. All right, Keith said he wrote it. He thinks he wrote it from the movie, but I'm trying to think. Can't You Feel the Love Tonight? Let's see. Can't you feel the love tonight? See, Can You Feel the Love Tonight? YouTube. Original other recordings of the song. If you find more. It might be Elton John. I didn't know that was the original either, dude. That is so crazy, isn't it?
That's raw.
Can You Feel the Love Tonight song facts? Yeah, best original song. Good for him. Good for you, sir. Hercules John with these fucking mid-90s songs we didn't know about. We're giving you props fucking 10 years after.
Wow.
But shit, no, not 10 years after. God, how long ago was 94? 25 years after? 26 years after? Man, time has flown, sir. Someone Saved My Life tonight. Did I say Someone Saved My Life tonight? I thought I did. Maybe I didn't. Someone Saved My Life. Or maybe that's coming up. Hold on. All right, and then 1987 was Candle in the Wind, like we just talked about. But yeah, that's it. So that's all the Elton John songs I know. Any more out there? Any more interesting Elton John facts before we get into Lil Wayne? Any trivias? Anybody met Elton John? Maybe anybody been to an Elton John concert? I've never been to an Elton John concert. I think he does shows still. He probably did one with Billy Joel. Did you meet Eastwood? Eastwood Farm? Did you meet Elton John? Anybody own an Elton John record? Who's the oldest person in this? Who was the first person in this chat to buy an Elton John record? What was the year? Keith, I know you bought one like back in 1974 or some shit when you was in the army. Lep is in the house. All right, we're gonna, since there's no cool Elton John stories, a lot of shouts in the thing here. Definitely subscribe to each other's channels, support local YouTubers, national YouTubers, international YouTubers, man. People from fucking Nigeria, the United Kingdom, United States, Hawaii, even fucking Parma, shit like that. It's awesome, man. Oh, Keith was in high school. You said, okay. When did you graduate? Oh, that's right. I keep thinking you're a little older than you are. You're 65, so you graduated in, let me do this math, because you're about the age my mom was, I think. So 71. Oh yeah, hold on. Let me join. Lep TV's gonna join the house. I asked him to join earlier. Hold on.
Who's 65?
No, Keith is 65. He runs a channel too. Zell got real famous from his relationship with that kid from Indiana with AIDS. Oh, that's right. There's this Lep. Click that link, Lep. There was this guy named Ryan White. Let me get into the AIDS activism stuff. I forgot about that. Well, Elton John was a really big supporter of, obviously, because he identifies as gay. He's a real big supporter of gay rights from back in the 80s. Let me get the thing I was looking at here. Stand by. I got 15 windows rocking. All right, Elton John. All right, personal life, AIDS Foundation. Okay. It says John said some of this is graphic, so if you're offended by gay talk, you're gonna have to. What's up, Left TV in the house, buddy? How's it going? Are you muted?
No.
Oh, it still looked like you went like this. You went, and then I didn't hear anything, so I thought you was just muted.
I was doing the Mr. Miyagi.
Okay, and you joined the show just at the right time when we were talking about Elton John and his AIDS thing. And we're getting into some graphic talk about unprotected anal sex, but Elton John has said that, and he took risks with unprotected sex during the 80s and considers himself lucky that he avoided contacting HIV. And this says in 1986. Oh, I forgot about this one too. This is another good moment. In 1986, he joined Dionne Warwick, Gladys Knight, and Stevie Wonder to record the single "That's What Friends Are For" and donated the profits to the American Foundation for AIDS Research. And the song won a Grammy Award for Best Pop Performance by a duo or group with vocals. That's fucking awesome, man.
Where did that disease develop? L.A. Where'd it come from? L.A.
AIDS? AIDS didn't develop in L.A. The origins of AIDS are
in the mid 80s to 90s. It blew up in LA.
Well, I mean, it blew up in that era. Oh, and Elton John was inducted into the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame and his first year of eligibility in 1984. Now, the Rock Hall is in Cleveland, so that's very poignant to this conversation. But to be eligible for induction into the Rock Hall, you have to have 25 years from the first time you sold a record. So, like, Hanson wouldn't be eligible for another couple years yet if they were going to be a record. AIDS. No, I could be mistaken. I'm not. Or I gotta put the banner up that says. I gotta put the warning on the bottom there. I'm not a medical professional, but what I've read is the first case of AIDS was recorded in Africa in 1909. Now, how it got over here and how it exploded, I don't know. You could look at yourself. Because I'm not educated on the topic, so I don't feel comfortable discussing that.
I was cracking a joke, bro.
Oh, I know, but I'm just saying I took the joke way far and ruined the joke there.
Yeah, Keith too. He's like fucking Africa.
Right, let me take down the
fucking.
Let me take down the Joe Vorell is not a medical professional banner. They know that. Oh, but if you are in Cuyahoga County, you do want to report masking violations, please call 216-698-5050.
Are you fucking serious?
I just put that on there because the one guy who normally does a show with us, this really big guy, he's like 300 some pounds. His name's Don, but he hates that when I put that up there. He hates it. Bro, don't put that up there. I don't know where to mask. And then he goes off. Then he goes off in the other room and eats a couple donuts and then fucking does a dance and falls asleep.
I think he had to be masked up to be virtual. You know what I mean?
Right. If you're virtual, you don't even have to mask it up. All right. Now we will get into this is what we're going to need you, Mr. Mayo, because I'm not the expert on Mr. Lil Wayne here. So
I mean, I ain't the expert. I don't know like his life and shit.
I'll go into some of the beginning stuff, and then when we get into the discography, you could add songs that you know and you like, and then other people can list the songs they like as well. Now, Dwayne Michael Carter Jr. was born September 27th, 1982. I think they make some Scorpio or some shit. He's known as Lil Wayne. Now, he's only 5'5". I had to look that up. Because a lot of these rappers, they're different, varying heights. So Eazy-E was only like 5'2", 5'3", something like that. So Eazy-E didn't go by Little E. He went by Eazy-E. So he didn't have a complex. So he didn't go by Little like Lil Wayne does. Elton John was 5'8". We'll get into that a little bit later when we're comparing the two. But his career began at the age of 12 with a group called Cash Money Records. He was the youngest member of the label, they said. And then in 1999, he joined the Hot Boys with a guy named Juvenile and Turk. Somebody else named BG, also known as Lil Doogie. And their famous song was called Bling Bling. I think it goes like, every time I come to your city, bling bling or some shit.
Yeah.
Then their debut album was The Block Is Hot, which was a very obscure album. I thought it was a pretty rocker. Yeah. Now, his personal life, Mr. Dwayne Michael Carter Jr., Lil Wayne, his parents divorced when he was 2. His dad just took off, it said, which, I mean, hey, it happens. You know, not everybody has a dad from the time they're born and then until the time they grow old. It happens. I mean, you can't judge people for not having a dad. Man.
Joe, I got something for the Lil Wayne contribution. This was just a couple days ago. Put me on full screen.
All right, hold on. Let me figure out how to do this. Oh shit! Come back. All right, hold on. How do I put in full screen? Let's see. Remove from the stream. I see.
Just hit it up in the left-hand corner. Solo dolo. Ready?
Yeah, good. Oh, geez.
I just made that video this week.
You, sir, are ridiculous, sir. That is funny.
See me next Friday.
That's funny.
Now, if you were, I never thought of this, man, until I just noticed this now, but if you could probably make your hair into like braids, your beard, and then sit upside down and then let it fall down, you could look like Lil Wayne. And just go like that for Halloween. You could just be Lil Wayne upside down.
No.
I think
no.
Oh, dude, I got it. Here's these.
Why are you coming up with my Halloween costume?
We're getting a little racial here, but there's
right. We in January.
There's you know what a weave is? You know what a weave is? You know what the concept of a weave is? What they do is they take your regular hair and they interweave other hair, fake hair in it, and then just your hair is whatever. You get a weave with some dreads, and you can go out as Lil Wayne, bro.
What? I just made a video.
If anything, he can go more as Post Malone. Like.
Ooh, that's a good one.
Tattoos and shit.
Right. He can be Post Malone.
That's awesome.
You might be right about that one.
Not Lil Wayne, though. Joe needs to give it up to Lil Wayne, dude. That's not happening.
Well, you can't. Well, there's a problem with interracial costume just can't happen. Like you can't go as a black dude if you're a white guy. Because I mean, you can't put on blackface. They're gonna fucking say you're racist. Even if your intentions are good, they're just not gonna let you do it. You can't get away with that. I mean, you're not gonna win best costume.
I mean, I've seen a white person go as Prince before and pulled it off pretty cool.
Prince was a good. We should do a Prince show. If coming up, I think we're gonna do a Prince show. That'd be a great idea. We could do all purple. We could get like a purple.
Oh light. God! Of course.
We already got the outfit
in purple.
We did the purple show. We did the purple show a while back. If you go back in the STD podcast and watch one of the earlier shows, we did the purple show. It was pretty cool. I like that show. But now his parents divorced when he was 2. His dad left. He grew up in the Holly Grove area of New Orleans. It was pretty impoverished. I would imagine that most rappers grew up in the areas like that because nobody really likes to hear rap from spoiled rich kids. Jaden Smith and Willow Smith are examples of that. I mean, nobody. I whip my hair back and forth. Nobody listens to that song anymore.
I didn't even know their music. Right? I know that was
them. Let's see here. Relationships. His listed relationships are all straight. There's no gayness in there, according to Wikipedia. He was married to his high school sweetheart. Her name is Toya Johnson from 2004 to 2006. So that didn't last too long. He probably hit the rap game big. He's like, fuck this shit, and right. I mean, it happens. And then he says he has 4 kids. Okay, now I got to go on to Wikipedia for this one because he has a bunch of rap battle feuds, and I'm not really familiar with rap beef. So hold on. All right, let's see here. He had a beef with health issues, personal life. Where was the feuds at? Lawsuits. All right, here we go.
Lawsuits. They got a whole section for that.
All right, so feuds. Yeah, it says Juvenile. Lil Wayne began feuding with Hot Boys member Juvenile, former Cash Money Records label mate. In 2002, after Juvenile took offense to Lil Wayne naming his third studio album 500 Degrees, a diss towards Juvenile, whose last album was named 400 Degrees. Then Juvenile responded with the 2002 album 600 Degrees and a song titled "A Ho." In the song, Juvenile questions Lil Wayne's sexuality, saying he's a fake gangster. The two squashed their beef for a short period in 2004, with Carter and Birdman appearing in the music video for Juvenile. Carter later paid tribute, etc. That's funny. The album 400 Degrees with another album coming out named 500 Degrees, and then an album called 600 Degrees with a diss track called "A Ho." I'm not going to read about the beef with Young Buck because I don't know who the fuck that is. All right, Pusha T. Tension between Pusha T has been going on for years, but that's not even interesting. All right, Jay-Z had some beef with. In a 2009 interview with Tropical TV, Birdman disputed the MTV poll that voted Jay-Z the hottest MC in the game, just stated Lil Wayne was a better rapper and made more money. In early 2011, Jay-Z and Kanye West singles Ham was released. Jay-Z took shots at the Birdman saying, really, you got baby money and you got my lady's money. Blah, blah, blah. That's fucking lame beef. All right, so to sum up his beef, Lil Wayne's beef is fucking trash. This is garbage beef. I don't like the beef. Now we can go, let's see, arrests. Now he has an extensive criminal record, and this is going to get into the debate topics of who's better in the end. I didn't really see much about Elton John's criminal record, so we're not really going to go into that too much. We can. If you know of any incidents Elton John was in, let us know. But Lil Wayne's arrests listed here on the Wikipedia page. I didn't look up his record. This is just what's public knowledge here. And some of them might be for weed. I haven't read this, so this might be some bullshit. So don't get offended if this is some old shit. In 2007, he was arrested in New York City following a performance at the Beacon Theater. Let me pull up so he doesn't. Lep, when you come back, let me know, bud. He discovered Carter and another man smoking marijuana near a tour bus. Wow, smoking marijuana near a tour bus. I've only done that like 8 times in the past week, and there's no concerts even touring right now. It also discovered a .40 caliber pistol near his person, which is funny because you know what's funny about this, Mr. Mayo, is that right now near my person, I have a .40 caliber pistol and marijuana.
Hey, I mean, me too. I mean, I don't have a 40. I got a 9, and I got some weed right here.
Right,
I mean, take me to jail, lock me up.
Right, go ahead, police. Come over here and take me away. It says which is registered to his manager, was located in a bag near the rapper. He was charged with criminal possession of a weapon and marijuana. Now,
I have a loaded gun. This bitch is loaded.
Every funny one like that would pop, and the next thing you know, oh, my finger's missing. And then
they get on my nerve with that petty shit. That's petty. But what year was that?
That was 2007. So weed wasn't really.
Yeah, they was on that bullshit back then.
And this says
another more lenient now.
The thing about the gun too, though, it's like there's so many conflicting gun laws in the country that it's like that just makes no sense. I mean, somebody like that has a Blake TV says crack is safer. Just ask the government. I mean, crack might be safer. It does help you lose weight. I don't know. I'm not going to advocate smoking crack on this show.
It's a good diet.
I've never seen anybody over 200 pounds who smoke crack. I mean, some chicks have seen they're like 80 pounds. Like, how do you get to be 80 pounds, man? My God, that's
like one of my legs.
Right. Let me know when you're back. If you want to go on back on cam, I'll put you back on. But I just didn't want to have the screen all cockeyed there. Let's see. So in 2007, again, October, he was booked on felony fugitive charges of possessing a controlled substance. So they just booked him on fucking felony substance, and it says the incident was later described as a mix-up. So they had it out for Lil Wayne to begin with, man. They just wanted this guy to go to jail. Yeah. All right, so January 2008, it says he was arrested along with 2 others, stopped by Border Patrol agents near Yuma. They discovered 105 grams, 3.7 ounces of marijuana. All right, I got about half that on me now, so nothing there. Almost 27 grams, 1 ounce of cocaine. Okay, I don't have that on me now. 1.4 ounces of ecstasy and $22,000 in cash. He was charged. Wow.
He was dogging shit.
It says he was charged with 4 felonies: possession for narcotic drug use for sale, possession of dangerous drugs, misconduct involving weapons, and possession of drug paraphernalia. He was granted permission to travel outside of the state until and posted $10,000 bond for the charges. Then he returned to court in Arizona. He was finally incarcerated, serving a 1-year prison sentence in Rikers Island on weapons charges. Damn, he did a whole year. Then it says in December 2009, he was arrested with 11 others for containing marijuana on the tour bus. In October 2009, he pleaded guilty to possession of a weapon again. He was sentenced in 2010 and received a 1-year county jail sentence. It was delayed until he had dental surgery. He had 8 root canals. All right, Left TV's back. What's up, buddy?
So real quick.
Yeah.
He got busted for partying with his people. That's really what it sums it up to be. It wasn't no distribution. Come on, man.
I mean,
he's above distribution.
For the ecstasy and the cocaine, I have no excuse. I mean, that's illegal. You can't be doing that. But the other stuff, the weapons possession, I mean, every rapper's got to have a gun on him because people are trying to rob you all the time. Every other charge, and if you go here into the next other charge, 2008, he was given a 1-year sentence, contraband. Then in 2020, he received a federal firearms charge, but that was dropped by President Trump. Pardoned him on that. So, but yeah, every charge besides the cocaine and the ecstasy was pretty much fucking just, weed or guns, just hanging out, man. And then, he didn't really do nothing but just hang out with his people, bro. I mean, literally.
I look, yeah, the people he was hanging around with and partying with, he got busted for everything, And
he had some, all the lawsuits he had are just about copyright infringement, and people just, it's boring fucking legalese. I'm not even going to read it. People unpaid royalties, et cetera, et cetera, et cetera. So let's get into some discussion topics about both of them here. Now we kind of did get into. Let's look up see if we can find anything about little Elton John's record here. Hold on. Let's see on his Wikipedia page. Let me scan it real quick. I didn't really think about that until I was looking it up here. Let's see.
You have to Google that shit. They probably ain't even got it on Wikipedia.
Right. That might be a latent racial bias right there if you think about it. Like if you look up Elton or Lil Wayne's criminal sheet, it's fucking half his page. Elton John ain't got nothing on there. You can't tell me this whole time Elton John ain't been charged with nothing. We'll see.
Right.
Elton John.
Especially all the shit he was fighting for. I'm sure he got into some fights or something. Like he got to have an assault charge or something.
Yeah, I don't see any. Let's see. Oh, he was arrested for making. No, wait, that's somebody else was arrested. Yeah, I don't see anybody out there know about any Elton John criminal charges. We can weigh in here.
Hey, you might be clean. I mean, shit.
Yeah, shit. I mean, he may just not got caught. Yeah, but I according to a quick Google search, I see no criminal charges on Elton John. I mean, and all we got in Lil Wayne is, besides like the partying charges, are just a bullshit, gun and weed charges that everybody would have,
Yeah, it seemed like he just kept spending a year in jail. Like all he got was a year every trip.
Right.
Like no matter what.
All he got busted. Do a year.
I'll see you next year, guys.
Do a year.
He pretty much went to jail every other year for a year.
Right.
Every other year for a year. Right. He probably was in there with Tupac a couple times.
I would assume so.
Yeah, you back in here for that year? I got 6 months left, bro. I got 6 months left.
I was in cell block 6, but he was over there.
The breaking news. I hate to interrupt the show here, but the Cleveland Cavaliers is a while back, but we beat the Brooklyn Nets again with fucking Kyrie Irving, James Harden, and what's the other guy's name? Durant. 125 to 113 in regular time. The Cavs are on fire right now. We had some comments. Keith and Maribel said he's clean. He's never charged with anything. So yeah, Elton John's clean as a fucking whistle when it comes to charges.
That's cool.
All right, now their height is an issue because Lil Wayne is 5'5", like we were saying, and Elton John's only 5'8". So like
I'm 5'9" or 5'10".
you're 5'10". I'm 6'3". I'm tall. I'm like all the
Hey,
guys.
leave the likes. Let's get thumbs up, man.
Oh yeah, if you haven't subscribed to the show, do that and like the show as well.
Good
like the
people.
show. Yeah, we got we've got a solid viewer. I've been active on YouTube this week. Got a lot of people bringing them in and watching the show. Mary and Keith and Jules and everybody, man. It's a good group. Travel to show, just kicking it every night, having some fun, man. This is what YouTube's all about, man. It's what fucking life's all about, dude. Hell yeah. Now, I got some Lil Wayne facts I forgot to go over. Now, he had we got to go over his songs too. Now, okay, 1999, The Block Was Hot. Everybody's heard that. I think, what does it go like? The block is hot. The block is hot. I can't remember the lyrics now. Do you remember that one, Mayo?
The block is hot. I heard the block is hot in a minute.
It said 1999. That's fucking 27 years old. You were a baby back then.
I was 9 years old, but I remember the music and shit.
Damn, you're younger than Jimmy is now when that song came out. Wow. That's crazy. All right, and then, but 1999, he had another song he did with Juvenile, though, that Back That Ass Up is fucking great, man. That's a great song. You's a fine motherfucker, why don't you back that ass up? Call me Big Daddy when you. If I sing that too much, we get a copyright strike because I sound just like
No, you don't.
But
Let's try. E for effort.
The Block Is Hot with the 27 on the rap charts. Back That Ass Up with the 9 on the rap charts and was a gold selling album. Now the next song I recognized by Lil Wayne was called Go DJ. I don't know if you ever heard this. Go DJ. That's my DJ. Yeah. That song fucking pounds, man. It's a really good dance club song. And I remember it the first time. Do you remember the club? It was a predominantly African American club called, I think it was O'Reilly's over there on Ridge. Do you remember that, Lep? You remember O'Reilly's? Fucking gangster shootout spot, brother. That was
State Road. State Road.
That was what was the one? I think
State Road.
Was that State Road? I thought that was on Ridge. Fuck.
Oh.
What was that big one?
There was one on Brook Park Road.
O'Malley's. O'Malley's.
The hotel. The hotel and club.
Yeah, O'Malley's is the hotel and club. O'Reilly's, I thought, was on Ridge Road. It was a big party app. And nobody from the show was from Cleveland, so there nobody in the audience is.
O'Reilly's, the Bidoff Plaza.
I think so. It was right around there.
By the Giant Eagle.
That place was. I mean, I went in there with Big Chuck and a couple other people, and man, we were like the only white dudes in there. It's pretty much all black dudes and white girls and black girl. It was fucking crazy, dude. But yeah, that place was that's where I heard that song. It's the only song I remember from that place because every other song they played the most obscure rap. Like I hadn't heard any of this shit. You know, like if you got a black club, they're gonna play music that white people just don't know about. You know what I mean? It's like this obscure shit. Like and then after like y'all don't know nothing about that, and it's usually good music, but they always want to be ahead of it. So they'll play music that's like hasn't been on the radio yet and like just brand new and shit because everybody's got to be ahead of the curve.
That's because y'all don't go up and request a song. All you gotta do is ask the DJ. Hey, can you play some Elton John? He gonna be like, what? Fuck it. I'm gonna play Benny and the Jets. The black people don't play Benny and the Jets.
Jets.
Then go play the only. That's funny.
All right, now the next Lil Wayne song I remember was 2008's "Lollipop." And that hit number 1 on the rap charts. It says it went 8 times.
That was dope when that came out. That was popping hard.
That's probably his most famous song, I would say, in terms of just general being known.
I like the remix better with Kanye West.
Kanye's a good singer too. We should do Kanye. Keith, right? I thought O'Reilly's. O'Reilly's. O'Reilly.
Yes.
Oh,
local bar, no.
Now in 2011, he came out with a song called "Green and Yellow." Now that song was.
He made that song for the Packers.
Yeah, because
they were going to the Super Bowl or some shit.
It was the Packers versus the Steelers in that Super Bowl, and the Taylor Gang. What's that guy's name? Wiz Khalifa came out with that song "Black and Yellow." Black. So obviously, Lil Wayne, who probably never been to Green Bay his entire life, came out with the song "Green and Yellow." Green and Yellow. It wasn't really good at all. I'm not gonna lie. That song was trash, but The only reason I remember is because I was in Iraq when that came out, and that's all they played in the radio was black and yellow, green and yellow. I just wanted to blow my brains out. It was so fucking.
He had some good metaphors in it.
You know what's funny, man, is that over there in Iraq, we had this service called AFN, Armed Forces Network, and the radio stations were so bad and repetitive. I got to the point where I just turned on the local Muslim prayer chants, and I just listened to people go, just because I couldn't deal with fucking black and yellow anymore. That's how bad and annoying Wiz Khalifa was to me in 2011, man. I couldn't fuck with it.
I didn't care for that song, the Black and Yellow song. Like everybody was so hype about it. I mean, it was cool, but it wasn't all that to be.
I don't think it was either, man. Now, have any of you either of you guys seen Elton John in concert? Either one of you two?
No.
Either you guys?
I mean, I've seen it on YouTube. I've watched some videos of him on YouTube, but I've never actually been to one.
No, Lep, have either of you guys ever been to Lil Wayne?
No.
2019, I did go see Lil Wayne. He did a concert with Blink 182. It was at Blossom. It was Blink 182, Elton John. I think TLC was there too, wasn't it? God damn it. No, maybe it was just Blink 182 and Elton John. I can't, because it was like a 90s theme thing going on. But it was pretty raw, man. I liked it. Blink 182 obviously was a little better because I like Blink, but that was a raw show, man. I met some people out there. We had some fun. It was a blast. Fucking
Lil Wayne used to go to the Blossom like every year for like 3 years, 3 or 4 years.
Man, I miss Blossom, dude. Fuck.
I never made it to his concerts. I always wanted to, but I never could.
I smoked so many blunts at the fucking each concert I went to Blossom. I'd bring like 2-3 blunts on me, just smoke them right there.
Oh yeah, you guys do. Shit, I'm surprised they don't be passing blunts around at the at shit like that.
I know so many people that got busted on the lawn for passing.
Oh, see, we were
right to a fucking narc.
Actually, the last couple of shows I was at Blossom, I smoked weed right in the fucking. We were in the pavilion. We just smoked right there. I mean, I guess it just depends on how the lighting is and the crowd and all that.
I smoked right in Blossom's parking lot when I went to the haunted house. They had a haunted house out there.
Oh yeah, we smoke in the parking lot all the time. She'll smoking away there.
I smoke at Blossom too.
Rock concerts and smoking weed just go together. Same with the rapping. I mean, it's literally you get that many people together, you got to smoke weed, man. It's just the way it is. Keith writes, he wrote, I've seen James Brown. That's cool. James Brown, the godfather of soul. Dude.
So I went to the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame concert, which had James Brown, Springsteen, Slash.
Oh, was that the 1995 one?
Yes.
I got a story about that. So I was drinking a lot.
It's on HBO. The whole concert's on HBO. So if you guys go to your HBO on demand, you could actually probably look it up.
I think that was the last concert at Old Cleveland Municipal Stadium.
Yes.
Correctly.
Yes.
And another fact about that night, I went out and got fucking loaded, right?
80,000 fans there.
I was 18. I went out and got loaded. I was going to my buddy Danny's house. He lived on 25th, right past the zoo. There's a Burger King, a street called Henninger.
Mm-hmm.
And right there on that bridge, you can only go 25. And I was going like 40. And they gave me a fucking DUI that night, bro. And I went down to the 2nd District, and all the fucking drunkoids and fucking heroin guys from the council were there, bro. That was a scary fucking night. It was ridiculous. That was my first DUI, bro. I was like,
we got caught by Simone on the bridge.
I did Simone, shit. We giving out old cop names, Sweeney and Simone and the gruesome 5. Jeez. What a time to be alive, brother. What a time to be alive. These guys would just come over. We had friends, man. They would just get pulled over. Known drug dealers, obviously. The cops knew the drug dealers fucking 2 weeks. And they were just like, hey, what's going on, man? They were just, let me see what you got. They would just go in there, see their stack of cash, take off a couple hundreds, give them back the cash. Have a nice day. Drug dealers can't do nothing. You know what I mean? What are they going to do? Fucking it's drug money. That's great. The cops were corrupt as fuck back in the 90s, dude. Those guys didn't give a shit, man. That shit was for real.
For real.
All right, now, so the height, we talked about the height. Elton John's 5'8", Lil Wayne's 5'5". They're about the same. Elton John I thought was a little taller. I figured he'd be about 5'10", 5'11", but I guess he's just up there on the piano rocking it, man. Now, the nationality thing, Lil Wayne is an American, so you have to consider that. Elton John's British. He obviously is Sir Elton John. You can't be, I don't think you can get a Sir, a knightship, unless you're a citizen of under the Queen's jurisdiction. I could be mistaken on that. If you're out there and you know the answer to that, let me know. Now the net worth, or no, the not the net worth, the songography. I looked up how many songs each of them sold. Elton John sold 250 million total records, 35 gold, 25 platinum. Now I couldn't get the discography on Lil Wayne because he's more recent. They track it different, but he had 120 million sold and 37 million digital tracks downloaded, which is quite a bit. I mean, you talk to there's local rappers here, a guy named Curdy King. Some of his better songs, they get not better songs. A lot of the songs are good, but some of his more popular songs for downloads, 50,000, something like that. I mean, so it's 37 million digital tracks is quite a bit. That's sales. That's not even views. Getting views, you're probably talking several billion.
Even though they were in different eras, if Elton John came out like in Lil Wayne days, you think he would have more downloads or streams?
He probably would. I would say if like Rocket Man and Crocodile Rock and shit like that came out today on YouTube, they would for sure be around the same. I mean, somebody like Elton John would still rock the house, man.
No.
Lil Wayne would. That's actually a good question. Who would do better?
No, it's here and here.
Well, Elton John is time. Both of them are kind of timeless. I mean, a little bit. Both of them are great musicians. I mean, we could argue that Elton John's probably the better musician. Lil Wayne's probably the better lyricist. We could say. I mean, he has had so many random freestyles. Rapping's a lot harder than songwriting and just putting it down. But then again, Elton John had to come up with more original melodies and learn to play the piano and shit like that too. Lil Wayne.
Yeah, because they didn't have auto-tune and shit back then, so
right. Lil Wayne could just be like, "Yo, give me a beat and fucking turn on the auto-tune," and they just talk about whatever. So that part's a lot harder too.
But Lil Wayne did a lot of freestyling though, like
freestyling is rough. If you've never, if you tell anybody, "Hey, bust a freestyle," they're gonna be like, "Yo, I can't rap and I'm about to fap." You can't think of shit. It's hard to freestyle.
A lot of Lil Wayne songs is freestyle. He got the 10,000 verse song where he spit like 10,000 bars and shit.
Did you have you ever? I was gonna ask him about Lil Wayne, and did you ever buy a Lil Wayne tape or CD over your lifetime?
No, I used to just download them.
Dobie's in the house. What's up, Dobes? We're talking about Lil Wayne and Elton John. If you've been to a Elton John concert,
different world,
Lil Wayne concert, let us know.
Two different worlds.
I used to just burn them. I used to just burn them on CDs and shit. I used to just get.
You Steven bastard! You want a fucking LimeWire?
You know how many fucking viruses I got downloading his fucking music, bro? Like,
LimeWire was so bad with viruses. For those of you who don't know what we're talking about music piracy. This is quite
illegal. I gave up LimeWire. I started using FrostWire.
I go back to
I like Kazaa.
And Kazaa, yeah, Kazaa.
In 1999, Napster. Sean Fanning's original thing. I used to go up into the Tri-C library. Back then, they didn't have a firewall. So what people would do, they would just download Napster and then just start downloading all these songs from Napster. So you'd have a fucking full category of downloaded songs in every Tri-C computer. I
remember Napster.
I actually got
banned. I never used it, but I remember it.
I got banned from Napster by Metallica. I was one of the 350,000 people who got banned for illegally downloading a song. I still got that song on my Amazon Music, by the way, because I carried it over from digital devices, and Amazon lets you transfer over music. So I still got those original songs I was banned for over 22 years ago.
I used to have to download like 10 of the same songs to get the right song. Because like one of them would be fucking Bill Clinton talking about somebody. Did I have sexual relations with that woman? Like,
well, you would have Napster. They would in LimeWire in later days and Kazaa and all these other piracy services. They would download packets from everybody who was on. So whatever songs you had on your thing, they would like take a little bit of it and upload it, and then as you downloaded it, they would upload it to it. It was like peer-to-peer file sharing or something like that.
Well, I gotta write this down because I'm about to make a joke about this shit. Because this shit funny as fuck.
About Napster and Kazaa and downloading. If you pick up the phone, then fucking the song stops downloading. And then I got like fucking 10 minutes I got about 3 minutes of a 5-minute song downloaded because some dumbass picked up the phone and wanted to make a phone call.
Hey, I'm out of here, Joe.
All right, we'll see you, Lap. Take it easy, bud.
All right,
Keith got banned from AOL. Not going to say why. Nice. For those of you who like AOL, go back and watch one of the shows I had over the summer, last summer, think it was like 60, 59 or 60. It was called the High School Days show. But I did interview the guy who played the AOL sounds. His name is L. Edwards. And he actually recorded all those sounds on a tape recorder and later played them back to hello and you've got mail and goodbye and all that shit. Or no, it's welcome, not hello. But yeah, it is an interesting show. That was a cool one. Now, Lil Wayne, the drugs have to come to play here. Now, Elton John obviously overdosed on cocaine in 1975, as we talked about earlier. Now, Lil Wayne, we can't find any evidence of overdosing on cocaine, but obviously he was busted with cocaine and what did they say earlier? Ecstasy and weed. So, and the weed nowadays is way better for sure. Now, what would you say, Mayo? The drugs situation. Who are we? Elton John probably had to use more. Would you think?
Elton John probably used more cocaine, but Lil Wayne was definitely the drug addict. I mean, he was doing everything. He was doing weed, pills, lean, fucking all that shit.
Yeah, it was, man. Right.
But you think, but you got to think about like their living situations, though. I mean, Lil Wayne is surrounded by all of those drugs. You know, Elton John is in a nice neighborhood, and most rich people do cocaine. I mean, that's just a thing.
You're gonna do.
So I bet if Elton John was in the hood, he'd probably be like probably popping some pills or something. Like, I mean, I don't know. It's hard to compare them to because they're like two different generations, two different lifestyles, two different. I mean, it's hard. I mean, they got some similarities, but at the same time, it's like
you tend to do whatever drugs your friends do. I mean, it's a weird thing to say, but like if you grew up in an area where everybody was smoking weed, you're probably going to smoke weed. If you grew up in an area where everybody was, Irish descent and they were drinking beers at lunch, and your friends were drinking beer, you're going to drink beer. I mean, that's how I got.
He probably sold a lot of the shit he was doing, so he was doing it because he was selling it. I'm sure Elton John wasn't selling cocaine.
Like Keith writes, coke back then was much better. Straight off the mountaintop in Peru. It's probably pre-Escobar. Says weed today is way more better. And the first time I smoked weed was probably 93, 94, sometime in high school. And back then it would come in a little brown bag, and it was just, I don't know. I smoke the weed I smoked. It's weird because like back then I would get more high, but I smoked a lot less weed. And today I just smoke more weed and I don't get as high, but the weed's a lot better. Like I make some of the edibles, man, that are so wicked strong for people. It's way too strong for some guys. But back then, if you make them, it was probably fucking garbage. But the brownies, people made brownies back in the concerts in the 70s and all that, and they had fun with it. So
but the weed back then, it wasn't the strongest as today's, but back then the shit that was the strongest was strong. Like that shit was nice. Like
the Molly
and all they did was like recreate the shit from back in the day and just gave it a name, call it some loud and fucking. It's all it is.
You ever notice that every weed dealer, every time you buy, with few exceptions, they always be like, "Oh man, this is good stuff. Yeah, you're gonna like this. This is good weed, man. I got from this guy. It's always the best ever. Like every fucking weed can't be the best ever. If I'm ever selling weed, which I don't, I would never sell weed to people.
Most of the people that hype it up, it don't even be all that good. It be the ones that just be like, "Here, buy this," and that be the fire. But the people that hype it up, you shouldn't have to hype it up. Like, if it's good, it's good.
Yeah, it's like, I know you didn't grow this, dude. Why are you trying to, extol this like this is your last thing in the entire universe, man?
You ain't gonna sell me. I'm here to buy it. Like, I want it. Like, you ain't gotta sell it to me. I'm already buying it.
That's why I love the dispensary, man. I just love knowing what's in the weed. I like knowing that the person at the store they're open from 10 till 9. I could go in there, I could buy the product, and I could fucking leave. That's so beautiful. I have not bought street weed one time since I got the medical card. It's so much more awesome than I couldn't.
Wait on them and shit.
And the thing with weed sales back is like nobody responsible sells weed, at least for the quantity I want. So it's like I was looking for, I was dealing with fucking guys who are like 20 years old, and they go over there and they all think they're Scarface and shit. It's like, dude, I just want to buy weed, man. I don't want to fucking hang out here waiting for your next lookout to come through and do all this and that. Just give me the fucking weed. Hey, Jesus Christ.
You gotta go through so much bullshit. Then you get there, they don't even have it ready. They wait it when you get there. Like, bitch.
Right. Stand over here by these 3 fucking Dobermans and pit bulls while we weigh it out. My buddy's
right. You got a party of people over and shit. They be passing blunts around. You don't even know if you should smoke it because you be like, shit, I don't want to just smoke and leave, but fuck it. It's in rotation. Like,
right, you gotta stand there because you can't leave, because if you come in and leave right away, they know what you're there for. So you gotta pretend like you're going over there and kick it.
And then it's like you don't want to talk about shit. You don't really want to start a conversation with all them people right there. So like you don't want to sit there and start talking some personal shit, or like it's just awkward, man.
Right. It's like, who are these people? I don't want to tell these people my personal stuff. The fuck out of my weed sale.
Shit is horrible. And then when you say bye and shit, you gotta dap everybody up. Like you supposed to dap your main dude up, but now you gotta dap everybody in the room up. You don't even know these dudes.
What's up, man? Hey, Raul, how you doing, buddy? I ain't seen you in 10 years. I don't know who the fuck you are, but yay! Act like you're cool with them. It's like
my thing is so one of my plugs is like somebody I went to high school with. We've been cool since middle school. So like every time I go over there, I always see like people from high school that I don't be wanting to see. Like I be salty as fuck. They're like, oh shit, it's Mayo. Oh shit. And I'm like, what's your name again?
I'm so
I know we was in math together, but what's your name again?
Thank God for Facebook, because man, I would have totally forgot half these people's names over the years. I'm so bad with names. If I have to go in there and like say their name, like, hey, what's up, Anthony Mayo? How you doing, Anthony Mayo? I'll see you later, Anthony Mayo. I gotta be like that, because if I don't, I'll totally forget your fucking name and just never remember it. It's so ridiculous. Like I remember that first show we did with Don out there in the back of that bar, the B spot. What was that? B-side? B spot? What was that bar over there? Cleveland Heights. Yeah, the B-side. That was a pretty unique show.
Yeah.
Don knows how to throw them together. Big old fat Donnie. That non-showing up pussy-eating bastard. All righty. So, considering all the evidence we have taken into consideration today with Sir Elton Hercules John and Dwayne Michael Carter, Lil Wayne Jr., who would you say is the better person, Lil Wayne or Elton John?
The better person?
Or the better musician? We'll go with musician. Better musician, taking into account the external factors we talked about with the music and whatnot. Background, everything.
See, I don't know. It's hard because they got like different styles, man. Like, see, it's hard. Because, I would say Elton John would be like the better musician. He's more professional and he's more, his shit is solid and just straight, real music and shit. Lil Wayne, he go all over the place with shit. A lot of his songs he speaks some real shit, and a lot of his songs he just say some random shit.
I gotta go with
his metaphors is nice. He got good metaphors. So
his lyrics and shit. Lyrically he's better, but I gotta go with Elton John just for the simple fact that Lil Wayne does put in some effort, but man, Elton John's been doing it for so long, and he's dealt with a lot of stuff over there. He's still
Elton John is like an OG in the game. Like
he's still relevant. He's been doing it for like 47 some years. He's still relevant as ever. You could sing along. The songs are just.
I'm sure Lil Wayne admires Elton John. I'm sure he probably learned some shit. I'm sure he looks up to Elton John.
On his influences, he listed Elton John, or he listed Nirvana as one of his influences. I'm sure he would respect the shit out. Lil Wayne would probably say the same thing too. Obviously Elton John's in the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame, and Lil Wayne could still. There's still room to grow. He's still only 38 years old, still a young guy comparatively. When anybody younger than you is always a thing. But yeah, we'd have to conclude that in the end, Elton John, just because of his body of work and how long he's been in the game, is the winner in this debate we got going here. All right, we can move on to some other topics now. Let's see. We got John that spent every other night in jail. That's true. He didn't go to a lot of jail, and his AIDS work, the work he did for AIDS and stuff like that, does put him over the top. Like Lil Wayne still has some time though, and it is a different era, like a lot of people have been saying. It's
yeah, but actually, if you think about it though, okay, Lil Wayne did go to jail a lot, even though it was some bullshit. But in jail is also why Lil Wayne was able to write a lot of good songs. Because of the experiences, and he ain't got shit else to do. So going to that might have helped Lil Wayne. That little year off them drugs and all that shit got his head right. He was able to write some cold shit. Every time he got out of jail, he probably dropped the album that was fire because of that. El John had to just sit there and just keep doing the shit.
when you're in jail, you got nothing but time on your hands. Dude, I would get out that bitch with like 40 albums.
That's probably why he's so good at freestyling. That's probably all he did in jail.
Right? I mean, if you're bored, they're probably just like, okay, freestyle in the yard at the yard at 12 o'clock or some shit, and they just fucking go at it.
He probably did battles and shit. He probably battled me.
Can you imagine being a rap battle on fucking Rikers Island, Lil Wayne versus fucking Tupac or some shit?
Right.
That'd be fucking awesome.
No, that jail, all them experiences help him write a lot of real songs that a lot of people can relate to. Cause like one of my favorite songs from Lil Wayne is what's that shit? I Feel Like Dying. It's called I Feel Like Dying. And it's a song about him not having no drug, or like when he on like doing drugs and shit. And how when he ain't got none, he feel like dying. It's a dope ass song, especially when you smoking and shit. It goes like that too. His lyrics start off as lonely once the drugs are gone. I feel like dying.
Damn, that is kind of fucking.
It's a dope ass song, and then he got a song called "Me and My Drink," where he up in the studio drinking and sipping it. I mean, see, Lil Wayne is raw because I mean he take you on a trip with his music and shit, because a lot of his shit be some deep shit.
Now, does he
be high? He be high.
You know what the lean is? Does he get into that? Does Lil Wayne do that?
Yeah, the lean.
Yeah, like isn't that like cough syrup or some shit just messed up?
Yeah, it's promethazine and codeine. It's promethazine and codeine. So look, Lil Wayne started the trend with that shit. He the one that got people doing that shit. Like when we was in high school and shit, because of that nigga, we used to dip our blunts in the in codeine.
Jeez,
and promethazine. And that shit burns so slow and it put your ass to sleep. But it was all because Lil Wayne was doing that shit. He started that lean shit.
I've heard of the formaldehyde, the wet. They heard it used to dip blunts in formaldehyde back in the 90s, but I've never heard of
like PCP and shit. You put that shit in embalming fluid and shit.
Yeah, they used to call it wet. They would sell just a standard cigarette,
you did the cigarette. Most people use Newports because that was the strongest cigarette. Newports are king.
It'd be like $20 for one cigarette. They dip that shit in embalming fluid. I never tried it. That shit scared the fuck out of me, man. But fuck that. Now, what is up with the? Isn't there a lottery going on? Lottery numbers. What's the big lottery right now? Isn't it one lottery was $1 billion?
It's up there. It's almost at $1 billion. It's like 850 million or some shit.
I gotta check this out. Lottery billion. I know somebody in the chat knows about the lottery being $1 billion because everybody loves the lottery. Let's see. Lottery $1 billion. News. Winning Powerball ticket sold. Oh, they sold the Powerball ticket for $731 million. Man.
Somebody hit the Powerball?
Yeah, it says winning for $731 million Powerball ticket sold.
Where at?
Let's see. I'm about to click this article.
Wow, somebody hit that bitch. Ain't nobody hit the Mega Millions yet, though, did they?
Is that what the big one? It says for those of you hoping to take on the massive $731 million jackpot, you may be out of luck unless you're living in Maryland. For now, oh yeah, so somebody in Maryland got it. Okay, is the Powerball? Is the Mega Millions the one that's up there right now?
Yeah, the Mega Millions at like 850 or something.
Let me check here. Mega Millions.
They do that, I think, every Tuesday and Friday too. I think they might have did the drawing today.
Ooh, holy shit! It says new estimated jackpot $1 billion.
Yeah, it's up there. Nobody hit that shit.
Oh, dude, next drawing Friday 1/22. That's today at 11 p.m. Can you play this online? I'm gonna buy one of these bad boys online.
You gotta go buy a ticket. You gotta.
I ain't fucking leaving the house. If you're out there and you if you hit the Mega Millions, just
you only got 10 minutes and shit. They about to draw that shit.
Nobody's gonna hit tonight. It's gonna go up to what, like 1.9 billion. They're gonna make it ridiculous. The odds of hitting this are so fucking minute, dude.
It keeps going up. Last time the odds was like 1.3 million.
Oh no, it's like 1.1 in 175 million, or it's something so ridiculously high, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
These numbers go up to like 70 or some shit. Such a bad.
Everybody doing these lottery pools now. Everybody just putting in buying hella numbers.
I don't trust lottery pools for one. I mean, it does.
I don't either.
It disperses your odds a little bit, but man, I don't trust that guy who's doing it. What if he just fucking comes up with some old tickets and photocopies that shit? And then, you know what I mean? He's gonna run off the fucking thing. And if you do, say you do hit, you don't have a contract. You know, you don't know how the thing's going to disperse. There's nothing that says the person who's in charge of the pool can't just take the money and run. You know, if I'm in charge of the lottery pool at work and it hits for 150 million, I don't fuck these other guys. I'm going.
Right.
See you in court. I'll be in Barbados, bitch. Oh man. So what else is going on this week, buddy? Did you go to the funny stop today? Or you didn't do a show? What happened?
I got high, dude. I was supposed to do a guess.
I was gonna go to the funny stop, but then I got high. Keith bought 2 tickets. Keith, if you hit the Mega Millions tonight, buddy, you got to give me a loan for $10. That's it. That's all I ask. $10. Because everybody else is gonna ask for 100,000 or $1 million, and he's gonna not like those guys. But if I ask for $10, he's like, okay, that's cool. Here's $10, and then I'll pay him back $20. I'm like, here's your money with interest, and then I'll get on his good side, and then he'll spend millions on me just because millionaires got to spend money on something. You want to have people around, right? So Keith is gonna throw these awesome parties and invite me, I'm assuming. So thanks for the parties, Keith. You're a gentleman and a scholar, sir. I salute you with my wrong hand and my cat backwards.
That's funny.
Oh,
I'm making a joke about this weed shit. I want to make a joke about the LimeWire and download music, but I want to make a joke about this weed shit. And I'm gonna use the medical card as the example, like what you said. I'm gonna be like, I got my medical card. It's so much easier. I can just walk in and know what I'm getting. Got good customer service, and I ain't gotta see no other random. I ain't gotta meet no other random people and shit.
I actually had a joke about that. It was about basically how you don't have to end up leaving the fucking the plug's house with a half up folded ounce of weed and a Little Caesars receipt as you're walking past 2 fucking Dobermans with rabies and shit.
I'm like, they got a pickup window. I can order online and go pick it up and go through the drive-through and pick that shit up.
Right? I could fucking put my shit into a goddamn app and type it in right there when I'm ready.
I go to my plugs. I gotta wait 20 minutes to get in the house.
Right? I gotta wait till 4 people leave the fucking house before I even go in the damn house.
I went over his house one time. He was arguing with his girlfriend, right? And it'd be funny because he was so mad. He was in there sounding like he was about to kill this chick. And then he gonna open the door and act like ain't nothing happened. He gonna say, "Yo, what up, bro?" He's like, "What up?" I'm like, "No, I heard all of that shit, nigga. What's going on?"
Fisticuffs and shit.
That shit was so funny, man.
Yeah, I do not miss any one bit of the going to the fucking weed house days. I do not miss that. It's not even like I didn't have any fond memories of it. It's not like I went over there and I was hooking up with chicks or anything. It's just literally I went over there. I was kind of afraid a little bit because there was guns and dogs everywhere. Like, is this guy gonna kill me? I just want to buy a fucking ounce and go, man. Fucking psychos.
I text this dude. I say I'm on the way. He be like, "All right, I get there." He don't even be there. He be like, "I'll be there in 5 minutes."
Yeah.
And then 5 minutes go by, 10 minutes go by, 20 minutes go by. They talk about I'm around the corner. I'm getting some food. Nigga, I will fucking. Dude. Didn't get there, still gotta weigh the shit up. Right. He sitting over here and start eating this shit. I'm like, weigh my shit up. What are you doing? Stop eating. Let me get a fry. Let me get a fry.
It's like you sell ounces, you sell weed in ounces. Why would you not just take everything you got and just divide it up into ounce bags before I get here? Like, I know what ounce is. Like, you don't have to weigh it out. And I'm not gonna be pissed if it's 0.9998 or something,
And nowadays they got 9 to 5s, and that shit's annoying because now you gotta wait till they fucking get off of work to fucking get some bud, which is at 5 in the afternoon. Like, no, dude, it's 7 in the morning. I'm trying to get high like now, like, and then they text you back at like 10 o'clock at night. You still need that? No, nigga, like you thought I was working all day.
Right, I was trying to get high earlier.
I'm not about to wait all day. Shit.
I give a fuck.
Then they get mad. They be like, "You shopping around?" Yes, I am. Like, you think you my only plug? Like,
see, I always do the reverse shit. Somebody like, if I got something to fucking give you, I'll give it to you. But I'm not gonna fucking go out there and be aggressive with the sales. I give a fuck. I'll smoke the shit if fucking nobody buys it.
Like, you sound about dumb as fuck, right?
No, I got a PSA real quick. Now, obviously, congrats to Joseph Bonnet Biden. He won the presidency. He's now President Biden of the United States, 46th president. Shouts out. It was, whatever you think about politics, it's a, fun time, cool thing. But I have a bone to pick with people. Mr. Bernie Sanders was at the was at the inauguration, and he was wearing
Dude, the memes are great. Dude, these memes are just so funny.
giant gloves, which is cool. He's wearing his old man gloves, but the memes are a little bit out of control, I think.
Out of control.
Woo, boy, they exploded, man. You got to chill out, guys, on the memes a little bit, the Bernie memes. The one I did think was fucking hilarious. It was Jimi Hendrix was doing his flaming guitar, and Bernie was just sitting there in the background with his big old man gloves. That one was pretty good.
I like the one when they put him in the chair from the Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. They got him spinning around. That shit funny as fuck. They do got some messed up memes out there, man. That is so funny.
They put him in everything. I've seen him in the Breakfast Club, and even situations. I mean, if it's a situation where you're normally cold, and the movie was cold, and okay, that'd be funny. But I mean, they're just starting to put him in everything, and a lot of it's just getting a little tired.
You're not safe, bro. You're not safe nowhere. They make memes about everything, and he was asking for that one. That's just so funny.
He actually, I think he actually hates it because he was like, he was just trying to stay warm. He's fucking 83 years old, and when you get to be 83, you get cold, man. That's what it is.
Yeah, I want to see how he feels. I know he know about these memes. I'm sure his grandkids is probably like, "Hey, granddad, look at this shit. Look what they did to you, granddad."
Well, Bernie's funny too, just with his New York accent and the way he acts.
He might think it's funny, dude. He might think it's funny.
He has a sense of humor, so he probably laughs about it a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, how old is Bernie? Like, he shouldn't be getting offended at shit. Like, he should be like, fuck it.
I think he's 80 this year. I think he was born in 1941.
Yeah, he shouldn't get offended. He'd be like, fuck it. He used to laugh that shit off. But no, they is going wild with the memes, though. Like, I'm like, oh.
Like, I swear to God, dude, earlier today, when I was on Facebook, couldn't tell you the time, but I was going through my timeline. Probably 60 to 70% of it was Bernie memes. It's like, you guys gotta. I know. A lot of it was coming together. A lot of it was just, just letting some steam off. But man, you gotta throttle down.
Facebook, man, go with something and they go with it. Like for a while, I get so sick of seeing that shit.
Facebook is very repetitive, but I sit there like a dumbass every fucking day. Oh, let me see what people are saying on Facebook right now. Let me go see if there's anything different. Oh, nothing there. Oh, there's a mom who's happy with being a mom. That's a shock. Let's see what else is on there. Oh yeah, another
this chick trying to promote her OnlyFans.
Right. Oh yeah. Sign up for my OnlyFans. Give me $10 a month to see my titties. You can't see no other titties in the world that look just like my titties. Pay me $10. But it's
I saw a pregnant chick post an ad. She posted a Facebook statement talking about I'm pregnant. Yes, I know who the daddy is. And if you would like to follow my journey and support me, follow my OnlyFans. I'm like, what the fuck? Who gonna follow your pregnancy journey on OnlyFans, bro? You charging people to follow your journey?
It's like, no, I mean, if somebody's typing into the OnlyFans search engine, humongous squirting knockers, I have some issues with that because there's a baby involved with that, and that kid's gonna grow up and see that, man. The people are gonna talk. You don't think Jenna Jameson's kids, hey man, look at your mom. I see your mom's titties here. I just type in your mom's titties and it shows up. Ha ha ha. That's really.
I'm so done with Facebook, man. It's not even funny, man.
It's really traumatic, bro. I don't know how porn.
Yeah, dude, these people, this dude Biden been in the office for 2 days and they act like he supposed to change the world already. He's still moving furniture in and shit. Let him do his thing. Shit.
Right. He hasn't even tweeted for the official presidential account yet.
People mad about this pipeline shit, and it's like these people going crazy. They talk about he should have never won. They impeach him now. Fuck that. There's nothing Biden can do to get impeached for the simple fact all the shit Trump did.
Right, there's literally 4 years of examples.
I've never been a big fan of the presidents, regardless of the parties. I've never been a fan of the presidents. So, I really don't care, who wins or who do what. It's just funny to sit back and actually watch this shit and watch these people go crazy.
People melt down.
These people are just too, and half of these people ain't even doing shit to change the world anyway. They're not doing nothing to where their voice don't even matter because they don't even know what the fuck's going on.
Right. In the end, it's like this. These politicians, whether you like them in the right or the left or middle or whatever, Not one of these politicians in the end really cares about you at all.
Right.
You're a number.
Right.
So while you should support people who support some of your beliefs, that's what democracy is about. That's what voting is about. Do not let somebody or some person or entity enter your life and consume you to the fact to where it takes away and eats at your personal relationships and your friends and stuff like that. Because it's not healthy. It's not good for
y'all ruining friendships. Y'all ruining friendships and relationships over people who don't give a fuck about you.
Exactly. Do not.
You sitting over here, your best friend is sitting over here telling you that your dude is cheating on you. You want to fucking get mad at her, but yet you sit here in your relationship because your dude don't care for your political views. That don't even make sense. Like, you giving the president more power than your best friend? That's telling you that this dude ain't shit.
Do not assume also that just because somebody voted for somebody, they're a certain way. There's a lot of people who voted for people because either they didn't know any better or they just don't like the stuff that the left put out. It is what it is, man. Just out there, and we can close with some of this too. Is love your fellow man out there. If you're thinking about doing something hateful, don't do it, and try to do something positive, man. Just be nice out there and smoke some buds and just bring it home, man.
Chill. It's not even that serious.
Just fucking have fun with this. You guys, do you have anything coming up this week? What are you doing, man? You stopping over this weekend? See the garage?
Yeah, I'll try to come over this weekend because I'm off this weekend. I ain't doing shit.
Good deal. So as always, like and subscribe if you haven't. I think everybody on the show who's in the comments has already subscribed. But up next week, we should have the brand new debut of the garage. Hopefully things go according to schedule. I think we're redoing
everybody shows up to that one.
Oh, I know, but we're gonna see all the fucking moochers next week. But we're gonna do a Royal Rumble symposium next week, I think, because be a big watch thing, and we're gonna do a watch along party on the night to keep it simple. That way we can come back in February with some guests. I was gonna have this guy Ova Voivwe and Etavoivwe and Etamubim Osas from Nigeria on the show, but he didn't return my message from earlier. So that's what it is, and we chill the mayo. Thanks for coming out, brother. Thanks for everybody in the chat, and be cool. And I'll talk to you next week, peeps. Love yous. Bye.